Welcome back, Blitz community. I'm DMG, and today I will try my hand at a tank review. It will be the PTA. I apologize in advance for so much Leopard PTA, but it's something that I can easily get good gameplay in. I have over 1,000 games in the tank, and I feel like I have a good grasp on what's going on. I'm not going to talk to you so much about raw stats as much as my thoughts on the tank. Anybody can recite you stats. If you're really interested in tank stats and seeing them side by side with everything else, you can go onto the tank compare tab on BlitzStars, and I'm sure you can find all that information there. So what do I like about the tank? Two things. It's fast and it has a gun. The gun is the main thing about this tank, and it is complemented by the speed. It's quite a glass cannon, and it really tests your offensive capabilities. It has the ability to snipe weak points and the speed to relocate, but it takes game knowledge to fully exploit those two things. It's all about using the speed to set up the gun. It's a paper tank, so you just got to be really careful with what you do in this tank. So without further ado, let's get stuck into some gameplay. In the matchmaker now, our first game will be on Yamato Harbor. Now, without even looking at the team setup, I'm in the PTA, so I want to go to the medium side if I can. Okay, team lineup is in. I see lots of tank destroyers, and if I go to the medium side, hopefully I can spot the tank destroyers crossing into the bushes, so that's what I'm going to try and do first. You're going to see my first movement here, which is up onto that hill and knocking down that first tree. This puts down some camouflage for myself to use later, as well as allowing me to get the first shot off if there are tank destroyers crossing to the bush or mediums crossing into the town. So that's what I'm going to do first. I call the left, and some of my team comes with me and some of them don't. So let this also be a good example of what happens when your team does not listen to you, or what to do. I'm looking, there's no spot or no shot. I have the bushes covered. They get spotted. I'm just going to set up the sniping location. I'm going to knock down another tree, get some more cover. Now I'm just going to really showcase how the gun works. Long range sniping. I'm playing to the strengths of the PTA. I used the speed to get up here, get the early in-game information that they weren't going to the medium side, and now since they're going to the Yamato itself, I'm just able to snipe. Now I'm just going to sit back here and let the gun do the work. As far as I'm concerned, the other two guys who went down, they're dead, so I'm just going to farm their hit point pools as much as I can. Some people are just lost causes, so it's not really something to worry about, just gotta roll with the punches. But like I said, it's all about using the speed to set up the gun, and you can really see the 255 millimeters of penetration going to work here. I do miss this shot on the Object 268, but that probably wasn't the best shot to take. I'm gonna get another one here on the grill, and I'm unspotted, so I can just keep raining down fire upon the enemy with complete domination. No one's going to contest me. I'm going to try an HE roll here. We'll see if I get it. Those grill guns, man, sometimes they absorb the HE. Hit the 183. I'm going to look for another. Don't hit that one, unfortunately. But now, since we have a numbers advantage and they're kind of weakened, it's time to roll in. I'm using the speed again to set up the gun. Immediately go towards the house as the 183 rounds the corner. He gets taken out. Hit a really cheeky shot on the 268. That's just DMG tech skill right there. Something you gotta learn. But like you said, I'm coming up here, using the speed, setting up the gun. And now it's just clean up. Boom. just always keep that phrase in mind. Using the speed to set up the gun. That is so important. Something else this tank can do, and I will showcase a little later, is you have this nice mix of DPM and alpha. You know, most tanks, they either have one or the other, but this tank has a 105 and it also has DPM, so you're spitting 350 alpha out pretty quickly, and you can really use that to abuse lower tier mediums and lower tier heavies. Our next game will be on Oasis Palms. I actually had a game in this that I put on my channel recently, and I showed you a beginning spot that I'm going to go to again, and you'll see how it works exactly when I get met by opposition. Now, I immediately want to go to the desert. I'm not a fan of the town. There's just too many openings in the town, too many areas you have to defend. It's not worth it. I'd rather attack, especially on encounter. So I'm immediately going to the desert. I don't even bother typing left. I'm just too lazy. I just yell for help, and hopefully the team will name recognize and follow me. They do. So I'm going up to the spot again. Panther 2, easy shot into the turret. See how it works? Enough gun depression to use the area. And now I'm going to use this area just to see if I can hit some shots on the PTA. And we're going to miss again. Right into the ground. I'm starting to get a little annoyed as I just missed 2 shots, but this time I'm really going to set it up right. Go right through the turret. The APCR shell velocity is so quick. For equipment, I run the rammer because penetration is perfectly fine on this. I run the upgraded modules up, and there's another shot into the turret. You can really see the gun work. Like I said, it's all about using the speed to set up the gun. I don't know where that shot goes, but back to equipment, I also run the coated optics, the gun laying drive. I was running supercharged, but I found this aim time to be a little slow, especially watching back my previous commentary on this tank. And I feel like having that extra little bit of aim time cut off would really help my damage. And that's what I'm doing. And now you can just see me, once again, taking opportunistic shots with the minimal amount of exposure. I'm not going down to shoot the low health target. I'd rather shoot this guy. I'm the least exposed this way, and I'm still able to output damage firing on the reload all the time. I guess from a big tactical picture, it's about, I went to the front line first, got the first shot in the first spot, and then I let my team roll through. You can see now that I will be engaging this T-34. I see 3 tanks. The T-34 is isolated. I'm going to go after him. I get a shot into him. I try rounding this corner quite quickly because I do not want to get hit. I accidentally fall down. I'm going to quickly move over, hit a cheeky shot on him. T-34 is going to get taken out, and now I'm going to go engage the T-30. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot about equipment. I also run the hit points, the engine accelerator, vertical stabilizer, toolbox, and the cooldown. I try to wait for spare parts on all my tanks. I try not to play things unequipped. I think that's silly to do otherwise. Okay, so now we're going to engage the T-30, and now you can see how to use a corner fight in this tank. 350 alpha, and I'm just taking this guy to school. He rushes his shot, he misses, and I'm just going to be able to pump 4 shots into him. This thing has the DPM and the alpha to do so, so I can fire 700 damage every single time he fires 640 damage if he's firing AP. HE would be a different story, but the Leo is somewhat difficult to pen frontally with HE. And then there's a 4,000 damage game. So as you can see, I had the alpha and the DPM to be able to corner fight that T-30 well. And also I was able to do so because I conserved my hit points. Now on to the final game. This will be on mines. A lot of this depends on looking at the tanks in the beginning. So you're going to see a Pershing and an IS-8. The Pershing would be the first medium. It's the first and only medium that would meet me. I know it's kind of slow. I'm going to make it to the hill before the Pershing. The IS-8 may meet me, but I think I'm faster than the IS-8, so I think I'll take the hill. The TDs may be able to get a shot into me if they're quick. I'm willing to take that risk. I experienced some serious lag here, actually, so I actually stopped driving because I'm afraid I'm going to run into something. There you go, enormous lag spike. I'm going to keep going. Pershing pops, get a shot into him on the move. Got to try and hit the shot. I mean, you're not going to be shooting anything else in those few moments, so might as well try and hit that. That's really poor for me. I'm not using the gun depression well. It only has -6. It's not great. Now you're going to see another YOLOing IS-8. He's going to try and kill me. I'm going to try and go for a track. I miss. And now I'm going to get around him because I don't want him to put another shot into me, and I definitely don't want to back up into the TDs. Pershing's going to shoot me, but I'd rather take 225 than 640 any day of the week. So Pershing's going to see me. I'm going to see him. I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to take one in return, but like I said, it's better than getting shot by the TDs. You know, lesser of two evils, right? Just like the presidential election. I'm going to try and omit that comment. Anyway, it's all about setting the gun up, using the speed. But I go off the hill because someone needs to be in the back to provide supporting fire. So I'm going to use this bush again. I'm going to hit this Foch right in the cupola, and that's the beauty of the Leopard. You know, you're hitting these long distance shots into their weak points. You know, but you got to know that that weak point exists in the first place to be able to utilize it. So now this IS-8, not the IS-8, this IS-5 is going to try and rush forward, and this engagement is perfect because he's going to die before he even gets to me. I'm going to get 2 shots into him, and that's just the beauty of the tank, because you feel consistent about your penetrations. And most times when people are YOLOing you and you have a good team around you, not good, but decent enough team, the game will pretty much play itself. I'm going to try and hit the TDs. I see the Foch has moved to the other side, so I think it's open. I know some TD is sitting in that back area. I just don't know which. Maybe both of them, maybe just one. I'm not really sure. I'm going to push around and see what the deal is. I get spotted. That's not good. This is not a good place to get spotted. And there are 3 TDs, and I'm about to get flogged. I'm put in a really bad spot here. Missed that shot. And I don't really know what to do. I'm kind of panicking at this moment. I gotta think of something quick. That tortoise isn't gonna kill me, so it's just 2 angles I need to cover. The Foch turns. I'm gonna angle parallel to that house, so the SU can't hit me, and the Foch gets taken out. So now I just have to cover the 1 angle with the SU. I look for a shot on the tortoise. It's not happening. But now I'm just gonna use the speed to push forward, seeing if I can catch this SU off guard. Good angling by this SU, or wiggling. He actually throws off my shot. And I don't know how he gets that gun around. I think that thing has really poor gun arc, so I don't even know how that happens, but then my team will finish them off. Anyways, that's the PTA in a nutshell. The phrase is using the speed to set up the gun. As always, I appreciate new subscribers. If you liked the video, please tell me why it was good in the comments. If you disliked the video, please tell me why as well so I can improve the content. I do read all the content, the comments, and I appreciate your feedback. I think someone suggested a Tiger 2 video. I may do that. Thank you for watching and giving me the opportunity to share my passion with you. Thanks, guys.